Dancing Dad responded in his own videos to clarify the situation, in which he talked about the multiple millions of dollars that he left his ex-wife to take care of the children, and also talked through the medical expenses, updated us on like weird stories of him being thrown in jail by a feminist judge, and as the wife continued to create distance between him and the family. One of the comments that I would see often in my updates about this situation is, Ben should just cut her out of the will. Well, he did, and he provides a lot more information and a lot more receipts detailing exactly why. I think it's important to go over this story because it demonstrates not only the impact of a well-poisoning parent, in this case it is the mother, but then also the infection of feminist programming with a hint of social media addiction. Without further ado, before we get started, understand that I will not be playing all portions of this video. I'll leave a link to the original down in the description box down below, and I'm gonna play this video on 1.25x speed so we can get through it just a wee bit quicker. Let's go.
My 25-year-old daughter is a writer in Hollywood. She has become something of a social media influencer over the last year or so. She has about 103,000 followers on TikTok. Many of her videos get millions of views. She also gets quite a lot of media attention. Her shtick is that she was raised in a conservative-leaning Christian home. Now she's putting out videos like this.
It's Pride Month. Happy Pride to all of the formerly Christian, Republican, homophobic children who grew up to be pretty gay. I always forget that being pro-choice technically means that I'm pro people also being able to choose to keep the baby. Like, I just heard about some people from my high school who like accidentally got pregnant and the girl is apparently decided to keep the baby. And my first thought was like, what? I'm like, our state is pro-choice. You can get rid of it. And I said that to like a mutual friend and she was like, well, yeah, she can also choose to keep it. I was like, oh, that's how that works. I don't know if I'm pro-choice. I think I'm pro a lot of the people I know shouldn't be parents yet. Happy Pride Month. When I was little, I was super homophobic and Christian, so I literally protested gay marriage, like truly marched against it. Anyway, now I like eating pussy.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yo, the way that Uncle Ben is looking up at the screen, this is a look of an intensely disappointed father. I mean, how else are you supposed to look when you find out via the internet that your daughter likes to lick carpet? I've woken up from nightmares that weren't as crazy as this shit right here. To come from a rich conservative family, but then to thrust yourself within the Hollywood and now claim pride in an effort to victimize yourself or minoritize yourself in order to fit in is just nasty work. She's essentially selling out her soul for clicks while selling out her parents for social media dollars.
Gay marriage, like truly marched against it. Anyway, now I like eating pussy.
She's posted more than 600 videos. Now most of her videos are not like this. I'd say 75% of her videos are okay, though not my taste.
So he explains this video.
My guess is that Maddie is making these shock videos, well, for shock value. Maddie knows her videos are very upsetting to her mom, so that's my interpretation of Maddie's new act. She's taking a dump on her mom. And she often talks in her videos about her one-night stands, her regular bouts with chlamydia, and her drinking binges. And now Maddie is presenting herself as an LGBTQ plus activist.
It's Pride Month. Happy Pride to all of the formerly Christian, Republican, homophobic children who grew up to be pretty gay. Happy Pride Month. When I was little, I was super homophobic and Christian, so I literally protested gay marriage, like truly marched against it. Anyway, now I like eating pussy.
Now I have nothing whatsoever against LGBTQ folks. I am very pro-LGBTQ if that's what you really are. Some people are born that way. You can't help who you are.
This man paid almost $2 million in child support, went to jail for his daughter to do this. She wants to talk about deadbeat dad. How about her being a deadbeat child? And I agree with him when he says that she's just playing gay. Again, I think it's to victimize herself to fit in, because coming from a wealthy, privileged white background is not going to get you brownie points in those Hollywood circles, right? It's going to get her demonized in those circles.
So I have nothing whatsoever against LGBTQ people, including trans people. If you're an adult and want to change genders, have at it. I don't think this idea should be introduced to children by the public schools, and I don't think males who transition to female should be allowed to compete in organized female sports because they have obvious biological athletic advantages, even with the hormone replacements. And I also don't think Maddie is really LGBTQ. I think she's putting on an act. Here's a video she posted last December.
Guys, I went on a date this week and I felt the feminism leaving my body. I live on the east side of LA, and if you don't know what that means, it's sort of like the artsier part of LA, you know? I sort of fell into going on a date with the most guy I've ever been on a date with. And he's from West, you know, Santa Monica. He's a bro, right? A guy's guy is usually not my type. Like, I cannot remember the last time that I went on a date with like a straight bro, you know what I'm saying? So I'm on this date with this guy, and the thing about a guy's guy is he's putting his card down. He's paying for everything, and I really it sort of activated something feral in me, I'm not gonna lie. We went to like another bar, and he was gonna go to the bathroom, so I was getting prepared to pay for our drinks because he's been paying all night. Of course I'm gonna pay for the next round, but as he's going to leave for the bathroom, he turns to me and he hands me his credit card, and he goes, "Here's my card, get us whatever." It might be time for me to get away from all these, liberal snowflakes on the
feminists.
She doesn't sound very LGBTQ here.
Right.
I think her LGBTQ shtick is an act, a canard. Anyways, this video by Maddie blew up on conservative media. It was talked about on Fox News and everywhere. And her video came across my feed on X. So I sent her this text message. "Hey Maddie, check out my post above. Some random user on X has screen captured your video from TikTok. It then randomly came across my feed on X." Maddie answers, "Haha, I saw that. Nice. So funny. LOL. I do a little searching. I find that conservative podcaster Matt Walsh has done a video on Maddie's video. I send her a link to that with a note that says, 'Your video has gone viral on X. Matt Walsh and others have reposted.' Haha, I think it's awesome."
I love what Ben's doing right here because he's continuing to show that he's not a deadbeat father, continue to post receipts of their actual relationship.
Maddie answers, "Oh gosh, here come the Republican hate comments. The Matt Walsh video is making me a joke." I answer, "No, don't worry, it's fantastic. Read the comments on my Facebook page. Yes, there will be a few jerks." Maddie answers, "Oh, those comments are nicer. I just wanted people to be able to take a joke. I thought it was a funny story." Again, I was not at all a fan of Maddie going to Hollywood and trying to make it in the entertainment biz. But as long as she was doing it, I very much wanted to encourage her and help her succeed in any way that I could.
Yeah.
I certainly would have much preferred her to get a job on Wall Street and marry some hedge fund guy. But that wasn't the route she wanted to go. She was determined to make it in Hollywood. And I did very much like this video. I send her a text message. Quote, "Matt Walsh did an entire podcast on you. He's a right-winger and has 2.6 million followers on X. You're somewhat of a hero among conservatives now. Not entirely, but I think it's great. You stirred the pot. You were outside anyone's box."
The reason why Matt Walsh would do something like this is because really it's a story, but it's a super story. Seeing her haircut, obviously, if you look at her previous content, she is a staunch feminist as well as a purported LGBTQ person. So to see her about to take her feminist hat off because she was hit with a degree of masculinity is interesting.
I love it. Maddie answers, "Haha, thanks, Dad." The conversation goes on. Maddie says, "I hope you don't get any hate from this." I say, "No, everyone loves it." Maddie says, "Haha, okay."
Yo, why does she text like, yeah, this is no disrespect, but why does she text like she's still 12? Who sends the ha-has when it's all the whole entire line of a bubble? What is this?
I also send her a link to Tim Pool's podcast on it. Tim Pool is a right-of-center podcaster, and he loves it. Maddie answers, "Perfect." Maddie adds, "You can tell people we've been seeing each other for a little bit now. The guy." I answer, "Okay, he sounds good." The conversation continues.
Okay,
I
so
tell
she
Maddie,
dated the guy.
"I'm told your video was on Fox News' Jesse Waters show." Maddie answers, "Stop, OMFG." She's of course very excited, and I sent her a screenshot of her video on Jesse Waters. I told her someone sent me this. "Fox News Jesse Waters ran your video. I'll grab it off YouTube when it's available." Maddie answers, "Stop, no way."
This may also be a cultural thing as well, but the OMFG, I get anxiety when I see shit like that. I could never imagine sending my mama no F acronym in a guy. I would damn sure I'm not gonna say the whole F bomb, but even the F acronym, I could just feel a chancleta being thrown across the room and popping me in the top of my damn head. That gives me anxiety. All right, let's keep going.
Send